think we're live. Is that yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, welcome all.
Everybody to Legal Help Live. Steve. That's Steve. I'm Ralph. We're the Legal Help Live team, and we are here in fantastic new studios to answer legal questions.
And we should thank Robin G. and the city of Santa Monica for putting out these amazing digs with great camera people and technical staff from.
And it's so nice to broadcast right in front of the pier.
It is amazing.
That's lovely.
This
It's
is
absolutely lovely.
Legal show. It's a call-in show. The number's up on the screen. It's 310-458-4950. You call in. We'll try and answer your questions. Everything from the law of anthropology to the law of morticians to crazy neighbors to bad traffic tickets to the crash and destruction of the judicial system.
Tree roots, dogs barking, traffic tickets, parking problems,
And if you-
neighbors yelling at each other, all that stuff.
And if you've had one wife, two wives, three wives, four wives, who gets your death benefits and who gets the alimony and who gets the
and who gets
kids?
the fifth wife?
Yeah, well, you're waiting.
Not me.
So,
But you got to call us. That's 1-310-458-4950. And you know, to mark this auspicious occasion of broadcasting from this fantastic new studio, Steve and I are going to give every single caller, everybody who gets on the air, asks a legal question, and gets a legal answer, you're going to get a gift certificate for dinner or lunch for two at a restaurant of Steve's and My Choice. So everybody who calls in, that's what you're going to
so
get.
if you're have a legal question or if you're hungry, give us a call and we'll deal with it. So the things are really going on in the law. All
Oh,
this.
hot and heavy.
I mean, there's a massive cases going on now. Subway Sandwich.
Yes.
This large company is being sued because the 12-inch sandwich is not 12 inches.
Is it less than 12
It's
inches?
less than 12 inches. So you go into Subway, you make one
I'm
of those
afraid to
great
ask.
sandwiches.
How long is it?
Well, it depends on they're less than 12 inches.
Okay.
So there's 4 people are suing now. You know, there's constitutional issue in front of the U.S. Supreme Court.
Ah.
We're dealing all this stuff now. But the thing that caught my attention, because you know I like food, is they tell you you're going to get a 12-inch sandwich, and you get an 11-inch sandwich, or you get a 10-inch sandwich.
I think that's an outrage.
As Seinfeld used to say, it was in the shrinkage.
That's pretty good. Okay, 1-310-458-4950. That's the number to call. That's how you get in, ask a legal question. And for those of you who just now tuned in, and there are probably some, everybody who calls, comes in, asks a legal question, gets a legal answer. You also get a gift certificate for lunch or dinner for two at a restaurant of Steve's and My Choice. And while we're talking about Subway sandwiches, you know, elections are really very important. Here's an 86.
Why?
Because we vote for people.
Yeah, but-
Sometimes they get elected, and sometimes they make a difference, and sometimes not. But here's an 86-year-old Minnesota woman who voted in the last election. Unfortunately, she voted twice. She suffers from dementia. She voted absentee. She forgot she voted absentee. She goes to the polling station. The polling election judge doesn't see the AB for absentee ballot in front of her name and allows her to vote again, and she feels horrible about it. And she's facing felony charges because the law in Minnesota requires her prosecution.
Well, you know, American Idol's out there as a show now. You can vote, 30 times or 50 times now for any contestant. So why can't this poor lady vote twice? You know, isn't that if you were in Chicago, they would pay you for voting
It would be
twice.
required to vote twice.
So what's going on here?
You get
this is
disenfranchised.
bad.
You don't vote twice,
You know.
and then once after you're gone and in the underground, you get in serious
But you know,
trouble.
if I was a citizen of LA County, I would really be PO'd right now. All of you, I don't know if you know this, but our judicial system is cracking in LA County right now. They're laying off 510 clerks. They've already laid off about 700 people. They're closing down 8 courthouses. So if you're in the Pomona area, your courthouse is gone. If you're in West LA, your courthouse is gone.
Have you been to the courthouse in West LA recently? It's almost gone anyway.
If you're in Malibu, your courthouse is going.
Yep. How about Beverly Hills?
Beverly Hills was slated to go, but they all got together and they saved their courthouse. If you get a traffic ticket, you may have to drive 25 miles to a court to hear your traffic ticket. If you've got a small claims court problem, they're transferring all your cases to a few courtrooms throughout LA County. You might drive another 20 miles.
Yeah, not where you used to have to go. Like if you live in Torrance, you got a small claims court in Torrance.
You're gone.
You're not going to be in court in Torrance.
If you get in an auto accident and you have a personal injury case, your case, about 16,000 a year of them, will be transferred to 2 judges in downtown Los Angeles.
And how fast are your cases going to move now?
Well, it's sad. So what I'd like you all to do is call your assembly person, call the governor, call the state senators, and tell them to fund the court system, because it's breaking down, and that's the only thing we have between total destruction and a disaster right now.
There are constitutional guarantees that allow and require people to seek justice, find justice, and with the system breaking down the way it is, those constitutional guarantees are in jeopardy. And it's not because somebody wants them to be in jeopardy, it's that we can't afford to keep the courthouses open unless we move some money around, and maybe we should do that. Maybe our priorities are upside down, and these courthouses that are on the verge of being closed shouldn't be.
Yeah, it's horrible. So make some calls. It's going to affect all of you. It's going to affect all of us. And I can't believe that people are not calling. Well, let's go to the phones. We've been asking people to call at 310-458-4950. John, come on in to Legal Help Live, and you're going to help us have a drink in our new studio.
It's water. Don't get excited.
Well, I can't tell you what's in there, but it's not fattening. John, are you there?
Good afternoon.
How you doing?
I'm doing pretty well, thank you. Hope you guys are doing well, too. I'm really confused. I've asked a few attorneys this question, not attorneys, excuse me. I've asked a few lay people this question, and I can't get a straight answer on what the common law marriage requirements, situation, ramifications, etc., are in the state of California.
Well, first of all, you for getting on the air, you get a dinner or lunch for 2 at our choosing. So stay on afterwards and give them your address and phone number, and we'll send that out to you. There is no common law marriage in California. It used to be that if 2 people shacked up together after some period of time, it would be like they were husband and wife. Some states recognize that. California does not recognize common law marriages. So it's
common law marriage is something that you see on television in an old movie that was filmed in 1940 or 1950, when the guy wearing a cowboy hat says, "Well, that's my common law. That's what we're talking about." But television doesn't necessarily obey laws of the state of California. California is a state that has everything covered by statute. The legislature acts, the electorate acts to make constitutional amendments, but there is no common law marriage. It's just a set of words.
So, for instance, if you're living together and you're not married and you don't have a domestic partnership, and one of you get killed, you wouldn't have the rights to sue on behalf of the person you're living with. And they wouldn't get death benefits under your retirement plan or your insurance policy unless they were specifically named in there. Now, there are things called palimony, which have been dreamed up by the judicial system, where it's basically like a contract. You were going to take care of me. I gave up my good job. I've been living with you. You just won the lottery and got $100 million. You don't want to give me the money. We break up. I want part of it. But it's sort of like a contract that I gave up my great job to live with you, and now it's not working, and I want to be taken care of. There is that kind of benefit, but common law is not recognized in California.
Yeah, 2 people moving into each other, together into one house does not create a marriage situation. But if there are promises made, those promises should be kept. As Steve just said, it's a contractual basis. It's not really a marriage. Okay,
Yeah,
I hope that answers your question, John.
Yeah, that's great. I think that whole Michelle Triola Marvin thing is what started that palimony thing, as I
Exactly.
recall.
Good memory.
Right.
Good memory, John.
Yeah, but if you were 18, you wouldn't even know who those people are.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, have a great one. Thanks for calling Legal Up Live. And
Don't forget to stay on the line so we can get your contact information.
You got it. Thank you guys so much.
Okay, John, you take care. Folks, you can call us at 1-310-458-4950. That's the number to come in and ask a legal question. And if you do, like John just did, if you ask us a legal question, get a legal answer, you will get a gift certificate for dinner or lunch for two at a restaurant of Steve's and My Choice.
You know, his question, a lot of people ask it. Most people think that if you're living together, you have certain benefits, and this is, quote,
You do have certain benefits, but they're not legal.
yeah. Probably can't even say them on the air anymore.
Oh, no, I'm not even going to go there.
I have pictures I can show you.
No, not today. Okay, again, 1-310-458-4950. That's how to get in and
So-
ask a legal question.
One of the things that's come up recently is those of you who like to drink and party, you know in California that we have to close bars down by statute.
Yes.
By 2
By 2
2
a.m.
a.m.
and you cannot open until
6:01 a.m.
a.m. Correct.
So, but there's a bill, a Senate bill in the legislature now. It's called the Hardy Party Bill, and it
This
would
is after Senator Party.
for Senator Hardy.
Yeah.
It is to allow the nightclubs and bars and restaurants to stay open and serve alcohol till 4 a.m.
4 a.m. Correct.
Do you think that's good? Do you think it's bad?
Well, the purpose. Maybe
No, your
it's-
answer will show your age. No, you do have gray hair, so it's sort
The
of
purpose is to diffuse the number of people going out at 2 o'clock in
This
the
is a-
morning
this is
after
a-
drinking.
This is a traffic maintenance issue.
It's a safety issue. In part, it's a safety issue. That's a justification for it. And by the way,
My freeway is so crowded at
2?
2 o'clock. We're gonna.
no, the problem is that everybody, not everybody, but a lot of people at 2 o'clock in the morning have just come out of a bar. So if it's diffused so that fewer people leave all at the same time, some at 2, some
That's
at 3,
total bull.
some at 4, well then maybe it's not going to pass.
The rationale for this is we can party till 4 a.m. and drink.
Well,
that's the only rationale.
That's not in the legislative record yet.
But this bill has another thing in it. It requires the city to agree upon it.
Correct.
All right.
That's true.
Well,
That's true.
we're gonna be going to break in just a few seconds. Those of you on line, stay on line. It's a good time to get on. 310-458-4950. We got to pay a few bills here. We'll be back in a short break.
Don't leave us because we're at City TV Channel 16 in Santa Monica, LA 36, and we'll be back in a moment.
Stay tuned for more Legal Help Live.